If I die today, it won't be so bad. I can't escape all the nightmares I've had. All of my angry and all of my sad, gone in the blink of an eye. I've seen the devil, I've shaken his hand. I've seen the evil that dwells in a man. For all of my wisdom I can't understand. Oh, mercy me, mercy mine. Better get to digging while my body's getting cold. I keep trying to fight it, so just promise when I go, you'll bury me low. Bury me low. Bury me low. Just promise me that when I go, you'll bury me low. If I die today, it won't be so hard. Everything scares me, but never the dark. Stay acting brave, but I'm too faint of heart to pull out the thorn in my side. If I meet God, I'ma make him explain. Where was his help when I wanted to change? Is everything crazy or just in my brain? Oh, mercy me, mercy mine. Better get to digging while my body's getting cold. I keep trying to fight it, so just promise when I go, you'll bury me low. Bury me low. Bury me low. Just promise me that when I go, you'll bury me low. Some things fade, some get saved. Some things are made just to take to the grave. Some things fade, some get saved. Some things are made just to take to the grave. Love and hate, hope and faith. Some things are made just to take to the grave. Some things are made just to take to the grave. Some things are made just to take to the, take to the. Just promise me that when I go, you'll bury me low. Bury me low. Bury me low. Just promise me that when I go, you'll bury me low. Bury me low. Bury me low. Just promise me that when I go, you'll bury me low.
Oh, never mind. That was actually my short. I thought that was my skin. Oh, man. I was like, whoa, I look gross. Hi, everybody. Let's see if I missed anything. Wait. We have audio and video. Can everybody see us? Because Eternal's right. Normally, we don't have. Okay, Eternal's giving us up. Hello, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
I mean, come on.
No, we're professionals.
To be fair, we're professionals. Most of the time, we're like, oh crap, we have to start in like a couple minutes, and we're like rushing, and then, hey,
On it. Party operators.
exactly. So, hello everybody,
Okay.
and welcome to another celebration of Doom. Interesting. Ironic at that. Here to celebrate the release of Doomsday and, you know, just to catch up. To yeah, those
To hang
those things
and
I just
to chat,
and to also catch up.
catch up. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're here for those 6 things. They're- I'm falling inside and outside. 40 times.
Oh,
Yeah, if everybody here times.
that's gonna be like.
We're gonna have a gold record on our hands. Need all of you to play it. Thank you.
Got any new? Oh, or is my gate too hard? Here, let me try.
Am I cutting out? Hold on. Stand by. Mashed the noise gate.
All right, full gate, full open. How's
Full
that?
open. You guys are gonna hear the air conditioning, everything.
Should be too bad. But
Is that better? Yeah. Debos knows what's up.
yeah, we're good now. It's totally open now.
Debos knows what's up. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No, I know. I'll always get through the gate, but sometimes I feel like Nicholas, maybe not so much.
I'm a little soft-spoken.
Don't do that. Feathered Storm, thank you, friend. We appreciate it. We're glad. Oh, Ogress, if you go in our Discord, there's a share art channel that
Yes.
you could post it in that we always pan through and look at everybody's stuff. So Discord is a great place. Nikon, however we're gonna say it. Yes, I'm in Tennessee now. I moved down at the end of April, so I've been here for a couple months. So Nick and I are now neighbors. We are close by. I'm about 18 minutes away from.
Yeah,
from
it's
Nick.
about 18, I would say.
It's a pretty precise estimate.
Yeah, between 18 and 21 minutes, I would say.
20 minutes, which by the way, in Tennessee, 20 minutes is like kind of close.
Yeah, it's wide open.
Everything's a little bit more spread out. It's not like in New Jersey, you'll be like 3 miles apart, but that's 20 minutes. Here, you'll be 20 minutes apart, and it'll be like 15 miles, and you're 20 minutes apart.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate
Yeah,
the
thank you for that.
congratulations. Yeah, it's been fun. We actually get to see each other and hang out and do stuff. We went to the club last weekend.
We did go to the club.
we was in the club.
Oh, I was up until 4 in the fucking morning, dude.
Nick and I are so
I'm
old. We're so old. We're like out until our buddy Simon, who goes by Sassin, Sasin. If you want to look up his music, he's an awesome DJ and producer, and he was playing down here, so we had to go out and support him
At an anime rave.
at an anime rave.
Yeah. That was sick.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I was. Yes, it's true.
In the club, we all fan.
It's true. Have fun eating,
See you,
Marlon.
Marlon.
Eat something delicious. Yeah, so we were out. We went to the club. We haven't been in the club together.
Can you, let's,
I can't do it.
don't say club anymore.
I feel like if I say club, I'm like,
That's fine. That's the word.
yeah, but I don't. I feel like I'm.
You
too,
said it. It's like, yeah, we were in the club. I'm like, just don't.
I'm too old to be in the club.
Yeah. Yeah, we were at the venue.
We went to see our friends. We were at our friend's show.
Yeah, friend show.
And we were out so late, and we were both like falling to pieces.
Not while I was there, but the moment I walked out those doors, I was like, honk.
We
Shoot.
we got outside, and everyone's like hugging, saying bye. Nick's like, all right, well, I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. He's just like,
I ate Taco Bell and went to sleep.
Nick, you cannot stay out past 1 a.m. without, or past midnight without eating Taco Bell.
Correct.
I don't remember the last time I saw you do that.
Tis custom.
What about the poop parasite though? They don't have poop parasite?
Cyclospora?
Yeah,
That's anybody that has lettuce.
but I thought they tried to blame it on Taco Bell.
They always try to pin it on Taco Bell, bro. Taco Bell's got a bad rap for way too long. I'm sick of it.
They're doing my homie dirty.
They're good, man. They're good.
It's not fair.
They're a good establishment.
I agree. They don't lie to you. I saw the statement they
I'd be
made about
fourth
it. They were
down.
honest. But yeah, so anyway, enough about us being at our friend's show and definitely not in the club.
Oh no.
It was a good time, and you should
Yeah.
look up Simon's music because he's a great person and a great musician.
Simon's great.
Sassin, Sasin, for some EDM bangers.
He just put out a new song.
I know he did.
Who else put a new song out?
I don't know.
Us?
I know.
Maybe we should talk about that.
That's why we're here.
Right.
It's in the title. So, as usual, we open the floor. If anybody has questions or things they want clarified about Doomsday, we can always, maybe we could post the lyrics. I don't know if anybody wants to
Do
comb
we do the
through
lyrics
it.
on YouTube? We can do that.
Oh, they're in the description of the video. Oh, no. I don't know if they are in the description of the video because I did the video and I do a bad job.
For oh yeah, okay.
Dude, I put up the video for Doomsday with King of Nothing as the title.
Yeah, did we fix that?
I did.
Okay. I
But-
saw that. I was like, King of Nothing.
No, because I copied. So I made the video, and then it was like, "Do you want to copy the details?" And I said yes, and then it changed the title, which is so stupid. Like, what?
Well, yeah, you have to uncheck don't use title when
Well,
you copy it. Lesson learned. Anyway, what am I looking for? Lyrics.
I don't know how to do stuff.
Do stuff.
Well, dude, there's like a million things to check, and none of them are the things I want to check. Like, nothing is like, what time zone do you want to use? It's like,
All the things you're concerned about.
yeah, all the things I actually need.
Not
to
concerned
be,
about the title, apparently. Oh, that doesn't work. We can't put it in chat. It's in our Discord. Go join our Discord.
Yes. Okay, so anyway, yeah, but if you have any questions about the song or anything you want to know about the song, feel free to ask. Otherwise, you're just going to get a lecture from me about AI and war and billionaires, and some of your parents aren't going to like that I'm indoctrinating you into my radical left agenda. So,
Jesus Christ.
okay, they are there. Yeah, but the question to you was, there's lyrics in the description, but are those lyrics to Doomsday or to King of Nothing?
King of Nothing. No.
Therein lies the problem. Hammy, thank you. You can always join the Discord in there in one of the voice channels in Discord. And I think, maybe we'll check the video description and see. But either way, if you've been in any of the other live sessions or chat sessions, you know that I wrote Doomsday after kind of being on my phone, watching some of the things go down in Gaza. Before that, it was watching what was going down in Ukraine. And I think, like, here in the U.S., we have this unique position where we get to watch our government have a hand in, like, all of these people.
Get to is a crazy way to put that. But yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, get to, though.
Yeah.
Because look, would you rather get to watch your government do these things elsewhere or have it happen to you? Like, in some ways, if your government's going to be that heavily involved in conflict, it's a privilege to not be a casualty of the conflict.
Ultimately,
You know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure. I just don't want to have any vantage point. Well, no, I'm not trying to say I'm going to turn like a blind eye or anything. but
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me feel bad.
Shake it out.
It makes me
Shake
feel
it out of
bad,
your head.
yeah.
Exactly that, dude. No, and I get what you're saying. Like, it's it is a privilege to be a part of a country that's government is so constantly involved in violent conflict and never have to be the victim of violent conflict. It's why people in America are so war hawkish.
Yeah.
Because they're like, none of this is going to affect us. No one's going to attack us here. They're like, war is part of I'm like, you wouldn't feel that way if someone, launched a missile in your neighborhood. You'd probably feel a little bit different about whether or not war is necessary.
Yeah.
Yes, Devos, war is not great. So I think, most of you guys here, I recognize you, and I know you've been listening for a long time. But I kind of tried to, we were talking about this in Discord on Wednesday. I'm trying to move on from always writing from this position of like sadness and helplessness. And I think it's time for us to write a couple songs that are angry and kind of powerful. Because I think people need that right now. I think we have enough sadness and hopelessness. I think we have enough apathy. I think we have enough, yo, we're cooked, bro. Like, nothing will ever be fixed, and we're just like waiting to die here. and I want to start contributing to an idea of like, hey, we could be, yeah, Hammy. I want to make other people angry. I want to make other people.
But to activate them, not to be
That's it.
angry, like just in general.
What sucks is what we've seen though is like being angry is like a strong activator. You know, I think Facebook notices it, and that's why they feed people rage bait and now algorithms. I think like we notice that a strong motivator is anger. You know, that's why Turning Point dumbasses are like, the country's falling apart because 2 trans women play volleyball, because they know if it makes people pissed, they'll activate. Now, how they'll activate, whether that's to click or to just bitch online, is one thing. But starting that activation somewhere, I think, leads to more activation. I think leads to more activity, leads to more involvement. And Ogress, exactly that.
I think that type of activation, though, when it's inflammatory, you're just having people hop on the bandwagon of the narrative you want to spin. And if you control the narrative, it doesn't matter like what happens in the world. Like everyone's inner world is affected by that, and it shapes the societal outer world. You know.
Yeah.
So
I don't
what you're talking about, I would say, is like activating anger in the sense that like you want people to advocate for a change that takes control of the narrative in a way that is like, you know, allows for prosperity and you know, permanent, effective, progressive change.
But that's why I'm not activating people over dumb culture war bullshit that doesn't exist. Right. I think like our call to activation is about the sanctity of human life. It's about like freedom. It's about rich and powerful people not being able to just decide that whole swaths of human population don't matter. Right. And I think what we're doing and what I'm trying to do with my lyrics here is appeal to people's humanity. You know, I'm not like trying to make you mad at someone for being different. I'm trying to make you mad that somebody different is being hurt, and you should care about that. Right.
No, you're good. I just want to make sure it was on the desk.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So Eternal, yeah, Facebook, you know, Fox and other news channels. Now there's Newsmax, which is like Fox News on crack. And all those podcast bros who, by the way, don't believe anything they say. You know, they just talk because they know what will sell and how to appeal to people. You know, it's not, those dudes don't mean anything they say. Maybe Joe Rogan does because he just lives in a constant like drug-induced haze and doesn't understand anything that's going on in the real world.
Did not know that.
I mean, he just smokes weed his whole show and is just like prognosticating about things he has absolutely no fucking idea what he's talking about. So he's like the dumbest. He's just so dumb. But yeah, you know, we're trying to use, if anger is going to be a motivator, if you can get angry about the right things, right? If you can put your anger in the right place, if you can be angry at people that are purposely destroying your world, purposely destroying your environment, poisoning your water, poisoning your air, killing innocent people, surveilling you, bulldozing national parks where millions of animals live. If you can get mad at those people instead of being mad at people that have absolutely nothing to do with your subjugation, then we can make a difference, right? If people are in America are gonna continue to be, well, it's Mexican people or it's people coming here for, you know, now the new thing is sub-Saharan Africans is what all the right wing, like,
What the fuck?
Well, there was the daycare fraud that dumbass, you know, and yeah, it was, and none of it is real, but of course, you know, that Nick Shirley kid who's got 2 brain cells that are just fighting against each other, and somehow he's become a bastion of truth for the conservative wing of, I don't want to even, I shouldn't even have said that kid's name out loud. He doesn't deserve it. Yeah, in Eternal, that's really it, right? All life, right? Human beings, animals, natural environments are all important, and those things being taken away are going to eventually hurt all of us. So I really am looking forward to trying to write some songs that are angry and powerful, and less sad.
And when you say looking forward to, like, this record is the pivot into that stratosphere, I would say.
I think so.
But the next record that we're writing, obviously we're talking about today's song, but the next record is shaping up to be what you've just stated.
Yeah.
That mindset. Yeah.
This song was a win to it. And hi, Azareth, hello. Thank you, friend. I'm glad you like the song. And Ogress, remember, people are not destroying the world. People everywhere are fighting desperately, tooth and nail, to repair the world. I read a story about a guy in India who like single-handedly replanted an entire forest by himself over the course of like the last 40 years. Like he's planted thousands of trees. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like what a beautiful human being, right? So people are not destroying it. There's a select. You got to remember, there's like 100 rich men that are destroying the world. That's all it really is. And it sounds dramatic, but it's really not, right? There's a handful, a very, very small sub-select group of human beings that are destroying the world. People, normal people, are fighting tooth and nail to protect the world and protect each other, right? You look at what happened in Minnesota with people fighting back against ICE, or now what's happening in Big Bend, where there's activists there trying to like literally laying down in front of bulldozers, trying to stop them from bulldozing a national park, right? People everywhere are fighting. The reason I make that distinction, Ogris, is because I don't ever want anybody here to feel like, because you hear that sentiment like, oh, people just need to die and then the earth will be fine, right? Like doomers that are like, people are the problem. We're the worst species. We're a plague. People are amazing creatures who do really, really great things. But unfortunately, only evil people are selfish enough to hoard billions of dollars. If a good person was on the way to having billions of dollars, they'd give most of it away to charity and it wouldn't be a thing, right? So people are great. There's a very, very small group of really, really terrible people. And unfortunately, they have most of the money. And them having most of the money means they have most of the power. And them having most of the power means that we are all subject to their really, really terrible decisions and broken egos. And you see that, right? These guys, has it ever been laid more bare than we have folks like Donald Trump and Elon Musk posting AI videos of themselves like all ripped? Like Elon Musk just posted a video of himself yesterday, like he's like an astronaut on Mars with like a space helmet. And then he's like Thomas, what's his face from Peaky Blinders, like in the old 20 suit. And it's like, dude, you're like a big loser and you just are playing pretend as a grown ass 50-something-year-old man that you're like cool when like you could just be cool. You have all the money in the world. If you wanted to be a fighter, you could train yourself to be a fighter. If you wanted to be an astronaut, you could put yourself in space. Please do. If you wanted to, it never come back. If you like anything you wanted to do, you could do, but instead you're making AI videos of yourself doing those things because you don't believe you can actually do that, because you know in your heart of hearts you're a bad person, you're not that smart, and you're kind of a fucking loser. You just have a bunch of money. So,
A bunch of money.
A bunch of money. Yeah, Soberus. Society is powerful. I would say a couple million people acting together towards a cause is the greatest force of nature. It's on par with a tsunami or an earthquake, or a couple million people deciding together that they want to accomplish a goal is nature's most powerful resource. It's a force that is beyond reckoning. So don't ever feel like folks like people are cooked or people are a problem. I know there's like a lot of weird people. I know there's a lot of bad people, and I know there's a lot of people struggling to find like a healthy identity for themselves right now. But it's not all people. And the people that are having like a lot of problems, and the regular people that are falling into like the wrong side of stuff, they spend a lot of money. I saw a really funny video this morning. This guy's like, what was the price tag to get you to be like a conservative male? Right? Like how many dollars did they have to spend to trick you into doing all this? Like
asking, do you think you know what the actual quantity was?
Well, yeah, because now, and not to get all crazy, but we know now that whole alt-right thing is like crafted by Jeffrey Epstein and his associates, right? Like they created the culture war online.
There's social media, right?
Yeah, they engineered it.
Like smoke and mirrors to make it look like some movement was already happening.
Exactly. Oh, it's just common sense. Everybody thinks this way.
Right,
They spend billions of dollars on bots and social media personalities and all this stuff to
crazy.
convince people that like, oh yeah, hating everybody else is like normal and natural.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's just common sense. And realistically, they just got psyoped by Jeffrey Epstein. literally. It's not like speculation. It's in the papers. But anyway,
So
let's not
he
go
asked
there.
that question, and then what? Then what?
Everybody, all the conservative males in the comments were like, I bet you that guy like blows dudes. And then he's just like, you guys can't go 5 seconds without thinking about gay folks doing stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are just closeted.
Yeah.
That's why they think that way. But anyway, let's not get too conspiracy theory here. Let's stay on the straight and narrow and the hopeful stuff. And Azrith, that's really well said. People with no, in hopeless situations, with a lot of, people power kind of banding together, or how things change. So Doomsday, like Nick said, I think this song is like the window into us doing that. It was fun for me to find a new voice and to find one that felt strong and tough and powerful. I remember I got out of the booth and I was like, that doesn't sound like a guy I would want to fight.
You actually said that.
Yeah, like listening back to the takes, I was like, ooh, I wouldn't want to fight that guy. That guy sounds tough and angry. So that's a big thing for me. It was fun for me to feel powerful and to not have to put myself in like a tough, kind of sad, bad place in my head to get the performance that I wanted. It was awesome to just be able to kind of like really channel where I am now, which is where I am now is I feel a lot of love for people and I feel like powerful in that way. And it was nice to be able to channel how I am right now instead of kind of digging into past pain and kind of channeling that. It was nice to just live in the moment and sing from a position of anger and motivation and in a lot of ways hope, right? Because that's a big part of this too, is I want people to be angry because I know the faster that folks get angry enough to motivate themselves against these things, the faster we fix all of it.
Yeah.
Because we will win, right? Like these losers are not like humanity is not going to be taken down by a bunch of like senile Burger King eating dorks who go to private islands and do unspeakable acts with children. They're not going to win. They're not. They're not the ones. We have survived tougher, cooler supervillains than these people. And we will again. So we just have to fight it.
We will prevail. You're just trying to help expedite that, or at least play part in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chelsea, I know we talk in comments all the time, and I know how you feel. And I know in your position, you're specifically affected by a lot of the stuff happening. So I know it's hard, but I promise they don't win. They never have. I could give you 100 this would turn the most boring YouTube live of all time if I went through 100 historical examples of people that tried this stuff. They never win. They just can't. Because you can't convince a bunch of people that they don't get to exist, which is really what these folks are trying to do. They're trying to stamp out huge percentages of population from existence. That just never, ever works. Eternal. The needing money to live is a big part of it, right? But what happens even when you work and work and work, you still don't have enough money to live? Which is where they're pushing it right now, right? A lot of people are saying there's no state in America where you can work a minimum wage, 40-hour job, and afford an apartment. That's like now a thing, right? Yeah. So eventually, if it's like, well, working is not getting me anywhere, and I'm just going to stop working and go through a bricks full time, which is, I forget who the philosopher is, but there's a guy who says every society is 7 meals away from anarchy, right? If the majority of the population misses 7 meals, they'll all just beat the brakes off of whoever's in charge. So
Interesting.
It takes time. I have to look up who that's from. It's a really, really smart person. One of you guys will probably look it up and tell me, but it's like 7 meals away from complete societal collapse.
Societal
People got to
collapse,
eat,
yeah.
not eat for 2 days, and then night termite.
Yeah.
And we're getting there, right? Food insecurity is the highest it's been in America in a long time, and it's not just here. It's a lot of places in the world. I know a lot of you guys are from other countries too, so I apologize if this feels like America-centric, but obviously that's our experience because that's where we live. And I'm not as wise to what's happening in the day-to-day lives of other people, for sure. So, yeah, you know, I just kind of talk about our lived experience and my mindset. And again, because it has to do with where the song came from, and where some of the songs in the future are coming from. I'm old, and you're old enough that I can remember the first time hearing like Rage Against the Machine. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, I do actually. My cousin gave it to me, a CD, and I was like, "Oh, there's the Burning Monk
Yeah,
on the back of it," and or maybe it was the cover actually.
it was. It was the cover. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it so vivid in my mind in some way, and then I look at the back, I'm like, "Oh, there's a song called Bullet in the Fucking Head."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was in like,
Yeah.
third grade.
Yeah, young.
Yeah,
And he's just
I was
bullet
like-
in the head.
Yeah,
right?
I
Like,
remember listening to it. I was like, "How is
Yeah.
this real? Like,
yeah.
how is this possible?"
How does he allow this to happen?
Yeah, it was crazy.
And you know,
I grew up listening to like I don't even did Boston, and,
Yeah.
and the Eagles and the Beatles.
going from
yeah.
the Eagles to Rage Against the Machine is a crazy switch
Yeah,
up.
my cousin was like, "Hey, why don't you listen to this?" And
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
yeah. So yes, I do remember.
Fried my brain full time.
Yeah.
I remember being on a bus like in high school listening to the CD on my little portable CD player because I'm old and being like, whoa, like I understand and feel everything that is being said here.
Maybe I was older than third grade, but yeah, thinking about it, I was pretty young.
I mean, they put out records for
Yeah.
you know a while there, so I don't even remember which record it was. But I also got into them later because remember I didn't know white people made music until 7th grade.
Right.
I wasn't.
I remember that.
I wasn't aware that white people made music, so that was something I had to learn a little later in my life. Really, really funny. Yeah, Azareth, that's true. America has like a lot of impact, probably more impact than it should be allowed to have recently. So you're right. We kind of throw our stupid weight around a lot. We throw our very low literacy rate around quite a bit.
The global literacy rate is falling dramatically. It's the
not-
first generation in history since the last 100 years where literacy rates have
Declined.
dropped
Yeah.
instead of increasing.
So read your books, kids.
Read a fucking book.
Read your books, kids. And Eternal, I think you're right. So I've talked about this a little bit before. You know, Eternal says it'll take a lot of people being hurt first before anything will happen. Sadly, you know, I watch a lot of anime and read a lot of fantasy books. And a lot of fantasy books and anime go something like this. Well, we beat the Demon Lord 1,000 years ago, but now everybody forgot. Right? We've lived in peace for 1,000 years, so now people have ignored the way of the sword, and now, right, there's going to be
The demons started showing up in the town again.
Yep. And there's some kid who lives in a temple who practices with his sword every day, and everybody in town makes fun of him, like, why do you do that? Get a real job. And then
Right.
and then the demons come, and all of a sudden the kid's the hero, right?
Right.
It's kind of how it's kind of like this the time aged story where when you know times of prosperity and peace kind of make people expect prosperity and peace, and we kind of forget how to fight for things. People have forgotten that like you have a weekend because of progressives. You have
It was born out of in America, the Industrial Revolution, right?
the Industrial
That's
Revolution
afterwards.
subjugated workers, and then workers decided to pull labor bosses out into the street and beat them to death in front of their families, and then we got the weekend.
Yep.
Look it up. It's real. So Chelsea, that's another good point. Like people forget World War II, right? Like how many conspiracy theory posts does Elon Musk amplify every day that the casualty numbers in the Holocaust are greatly inflated and those numbers aren't real and blah, 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 right? Like it matters if it was 1 million people or 750.
Like, come on,
I don't
dude.
care.
Like, what are we
They
talking
put people
about?
in ovens and gas chambers. If it was 10 people, it would be reprehensible. Like, well, it was only 700,000. I don't. Hey, man.
Yeah, I don't care.
That doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You're missing the point entirely. But anyway, another group called Skinny Puppy. Ogress. That is quite a pull. Skinny Puppy is an old woman, female punk band, and they're badass. And they were protested against and silenced all over the place. That band is sick. That's crazy that you know about that band. That's a crazy pullover. It's good for you. They're great, and have made a lot of really, really awesome revolutionary music. So good pull by you. Seriously, that's rad. I can't believe that. I never thought I would see Skinny Puppy brought up in one of our streams. Yeah, that's super, super rad. So good for you. But yeah, I can remember hearing like Rage Against the Machine and thinking like, wow, this is pretty cool that these guys have such an insight and are willing to say things that like a lot of people aren't going to say. And oh, that's cool too. Really cool, Ogris. And then like, it's so funny because I watch people who grew up listening to Rage and singing along to those songs, and now they're like Trump support.
They didn't get the message.
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Media literacy was not on.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about, to be honest with you.
They like listen to like Black Flag and like Rage, and then they're like, AI is cool. I don't get it. But anyway, the point being, I would feel really good about myself and about what I can offer. Again, I'm not, Nick and I are just big enough to feel like what we can say can have a small impact on a small number of people. But it's about sometimes just doing what we feel is right. Obviously, Taylor Swift coming out and saying Free Palestine is like a lot different than us doing it. A, because her voice reaches a lot further, and B, because she has a lot more to lose, right?
We don't.
No, we don't. So we can't have that same impact, and we don't carry that same risk. But for me, it's about like sleeping, putting head to pillow and feeling like I'm doing what I can in a time that I think is kind of transformative in the world, and trying to do what I can to contribute, even if in a very, very, very small, very simple capacity. Everybody chipping away as much as they can is what makes change. And, even though we can't influence 1 million people, we can definitely do our best. And Hammy, thank you for the last comment too. We're trying to turn our experience and our perspective into, support. Even if we don't make a great deal of change on our own, there's people who are fighting real fights that we don't have to fight. Kind of like as like straight white dudes. Nobody ever comes for us, right? So even if it's just to lend support to folks who are among these groups that are really, really under attack right now, we will definitely do what we can. So again, if you guys have any questions or anything you want to ask related to the song or otherwise, if you want to ask us any question, feel free to pop them.
What's up, Iris?
Hi, Iris. Welcome.
I caught one.
Yeah, good to see you, friend.
Yeah.
No, so Chelsea, there's no amount of, I think and I have this a little bit too, right? You say you feel like nothing you do is enough. There's no amount of change or effort or like, there's nothing we can do in one shot all by ourselves, right? Change and helping each other is a daily process, and it's a little at a time. I was actually talking to one of my clients about this because we were talking about climate change and AI and all this stuff. And he was saying, like, when does the end of the world come? And I said, the end of the world is not like an instant, right? Everybody thinks of the end of the world like those disaster movies, like The Day After Tomorrow, like a meteor hits and then everything is instantly changed. The end of the world is thousands of days, right, in a row where we tick up a little bit every day.
Yeah.
And that's how the world ends, because for thousands of days we allow bad things to happen with no one intervening. Helping and impacting positive change, unfortunately, oftentimes is the same. We have to do little bits of work every day.
Incremental. It is incremental.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, especially for us. It's different if you were president of the United States and you could impact stuff, right? But for us, for normal people, changing the world to be a better place is daily work.
Sometimes you're affecting the next generation, not even your own.
Planting seeds for trees under which
You'll
the
never
shade
s-
you will never sit, right? I never say that right. I have to look up the actual quote, but it's something
That's
like
it.
that.
That's exactly it.
Was it? Okay.
No, I mean that's the sentiment.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
very least.
You're going to plant some trees. By the time they grow and you can sit in the shade, you won't be here anymore because trees take a long time.
Right.
That's kind of the point. So don't beat yourself up. Every little bit of positive change that we can make means a lot and helps a lot. So you want to do what you can. And by the way, everybody has their own capacity. Right now, for me, in my life, I'm as safe as I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
So that safety allows me to put myself out there a little bit more, to be more active in helping others and changing people's minds. When I was hungry living in my car, didn't have the same bandwidth for that. So we all help to the capacity that we can. And
Well, sometimes you're on the receiving end of that change and you're not the change itself.
Yeah.
You know? So sometimes people have no capacity whatsoever, but like your positivity and change finds them and it helps them during those times. And then when they get back on their feet, that's when it's their time to shine and be like, yeah, I'm in a place where, like you said, I'm safe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have the capacity to extend myself in ways that I haven't before and spend time to think about whatever it is, you know, whatever perspective that you want to gain. And yeah, I just really think, and I say it all the time, like the smallest thing that you can do is, even if you just have one kind positive conversation with somebody, like that does more than not having it.
Yep.
You know, it sounds cheesy potentially.
No,
but
dude.
that's really all it is, you know?
Nick will tell you one of the things that I do when I go to new places is I like to take folks who, I'll take folks who are struggling with some housing. I'll take them out to dinner. And the number one common thread across my interactions with homeless people has always been that they really like to sit down and actually talk, because their experience is that they go through their day with 1,000 people walking by them and just ignoring that they even exist. I had one guy tell me, like, every once in a while I have to look in a mirror and remember, like, am I real? Because he felt like a ghost. He's on the side of the street in New York City. 10,000 people walk by him every day. No one even looks at him. So obviously that's an extreme example. But when people are going through tough times, or when people feel like some of us have talked about in chat today, where they feel like people are bad and humanity is bad, having one common kind interaction can be the thing that goes, you know what? I got to chill. Maybe everyone's not so bad. Maybe, right? So Nick, you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
Just one kind positive interaction, even if it's so much as a hello or, hey, lady with baby, I'll put your cart back for you at the supermarket. Those small things, especially in today's world, are revolutionary. Kindness is revolutionary in today's world, where rage baiting and kind of hatred have become a simple slam dunk grift. Being a nice person for no reason other than to be a nice person is an action of resistance. Mm-hmm. So always, you know, do those things and don't feel like you're not doing enough. Every small thing that we can do, every little piece of kindness that we can share with people is a huge help. And Nick is like really, really good with that. He's always searching. I think you've gone from like letting those things happen to you to actively searching them out, finding ways to have positive interactions and really looking for them.
Yeah, and it starts by being present and like noticing the opportunities, like you said.
Yeah.
I used to just, you know, keep my head down and, you know, someone would talk to me and be like, what, you're talking to me? What?
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I seek out conversation and pleasantries.
Yeah.
As often as I can.
You're huge on that.
Yeah,
and you're real good at
it. I live in a place where I can do that now. I did not initially. I mean,
Yeah.
I could have, I guess.
It's tougher.
And
up
I
there.
did here and there, you know, but it's tougher when you live in a place that does not really, it's not open to that. It's a lot of people who are like me, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody's an obstacle. You're trying to get to where you need to get as fast as you can. You keep your head down. You bury your face in your phone. All those things. And
People being obstacles is
yeah.
not what you want.
No,
that's a really big part of it. You're
Yeah.
right. Everyone is just in your way.
Everyone's in your way. Yep.
Azareth, that's really well said too, right? Perfection isn't one big thing, it's many little things done well. I think that's kind of what we're talking about here. And I also like if you only have 10% to give and you give 10%, you gave 100%.
That's a great one.
That's a really good
Yeah,
one too. I really
like
like
that.
that. And Hammy, don't give me too much credit for the taking people out thing. I do that because I have this immense guilt when I go to a new place, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm not feeling like I give something back. I'm always like really trying to, you know, I'm trying to make my existence in a place feel warranted or okay. You know what I mean? Debus, there's a good question. How do we come up with the audio visualizer? So we talked about this a little on Wednesday. All of the art for this album, these subsections of songs, we wanted them to look like video game art. Our idea was kind of, we were saying this before, a lot of the problems that I have in my personal life. There's a couple songs on this record that are written about my personal feelings and issues, like things that happened to me in my life, or things that have happened to me. And as I was writing those songs, and then I started to write Doomsday or Your Future or some of the ones that are a little bit more about the world, I realized like the songs that I wrote about my own feelings, about my own life, felt very small comparatively. It makes your simple, normal problems feel like a game, right? Like unserious. Like there's like a couple romance songs, right? Like breakup songs, so to speak, on this, right? We'll get to them. And they feel so small compared to a song like this.
I feel it too. I mean, they're great.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Good songs.
But it's not quite the zeitgeist of like really what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, and it's interesting. I think there are time periods in history where people have the space to listen to, people's journeys romantically and emotionally, very, very specific.
Yeah.
Even almost storytelling type thing. And then I feel like people get to a point where that's not really representative of like, they can't even entertain romance and happiness.
I can't care about this right now.
Like, no,
Yeah.
like I'm waking up feeling dread and, everything's hyper normalized and all those things. So I agree. Like the songs that are kind of the back half of this record are more in tune with, I would say, like what's going on now, what like the global sentiment that's going on. Yeah, I agree.
So like No Prisoners, Your Future, Doomsday, those songs are very much about like the world. And they make your King of Nothing, and they make your personal things feel very small. And then on the opposite end,
yeah, it really overshadows them.
And then on the opposite end, because a lot of the serious stuff that I'm writing about, like I said, a lot of my inspiration for Doomsday came from like what's happening in Gaza. I would wake up and watch the news and see like, oh, now this many people have been killed. Now this many people have been killed. And it's not changing my life at all. And it makes it feel like such a game. It makes it feel like they've turned those poor people's lives into a scoreboard, right? Like the Israeli government is scoring points because they've now killed 750,000 people, or, they're very real things, because they're so far removed from my like day-to-day lived experience, feel somewhat surreal and intangible, but they're so grave and so disgusting and so horrific that they make my normal problems feel not serious at all. So it just makes everything feel like it has some sort of a gamified aspect to it, as bad as that is, like as shitty as the thing is to
looking
say.
at numbers rising, and you're like, oh, that's people that are dying.
Yeah. Oh, now it's the death toll is this
fucking
much. The
disgusting.
death toll, and you're like, they were all human beings, and by the way, the majority children.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Unknown. I if you're not, speaking about that, I don't know how you call yourself a human being, but yeah, D-Boss, to answer the question, I wanted to really play on how things that are really serious and things that are not so serious, that are just personal things, all have this gamified aspect. So we wanted to make album art that kind of felt like the covers of video games, or like animated pixelized like loading screens for games, because it just feels, everything has that feel to it in one way or another. And that's why we kind of went that direction. So as we were making the different songs and we were coming up with themes, I tried to lean into like, what would this be about, right? So we have a song. Actually, I think the next song or the song after it that's coming out. It's about kind of like toxic relationships and how people kind of leech off of each other. And I was like, oh, we could do like a vampire theme and do like a Castlevania style cover. So like every step of the way, we were talking about like how the stuff relates to games. And
Is that one next?
I think maybe next.
Yeah, everyone's gonna like that.
I think Stay Away is gonna be
Yeah.
So, so that's kind of like what we're thinking of. And Devos, it's like a chess game where people's are pawns, except for the fact, like, if instead of playing chess, you just took a baseball bat to the chessboard and were like, I win. Because there's no parity there.
Right.
In a chess game, both people have equal power to combat each other. In this situation, there's a multi-billion-dollar national army with a sophisticated military backed by the largest, most moneyed military in the history of humanity against a bunch of babies who are standing in line for water. So it's not like chess at all. It's more like me beating the shit out of a toddler. And not to infantilize the people of Palestine, but just to show the imbalance of power there, right? Those are people who are locked in a cage that have their access to water, food, electricity, and information crimped and controlled by the people that are killing them. So there is no parity there. It is not. It's unequal to call it a chess game, because in a chess game, people have equal authority to defend themselves and attack each other. In that situation, there is no parity, there is no symmetry, there is no equality of power, right? It is a big moneyed bully and a open air prison full of hungry, desperate people. So a little different than a chess game. And Michael Brooks, by the way, rest his soul, was a journalist, a Jewish journalist, I might add, that spoke up a lot about this. And if you want to hear some of the best takes and the most accurate, simplified sociological takes on the Israel-Palestine situation, look up Michael Brooks and listen to him speak. He was brilliant, and he died way too young, because good Lord, could we use him right now. Hammy, are there any funny moments during writing and recording of Doomsday vocals? I decided to do the screams? So I decided to do the screams before. I demoed them, actually.
Yeah, you called me up. Or you sent me a voice note.
I think I sent you a voice note, but I was like, I'm going to do like a...
I remember you sent it to me. I was like, what? Yeah, you got to do that. You're like, okay. Yeah.
But nobody really heard me do it.
Do it fully now.
Until we got in the booth to record it. And the only funny thing about it is, for whatever reason, when I sing like that, when I like yell sing, my pitch is super fucking accurate. I don't know why. My voice is like better when I do that. So I got in the booth and I did it, and we were literally all just like, well, all right, we're done. So that was what was funny about it. I had never really done it before, and I was really internally very nervous, even though I was trying to not let that show.
And like, because you had to gasp. I mean, it's not like funny, but like just moments during the whole process. Like, you know, there was the arrangement, and then the parts that you wrote, you went in to record them. And then because you were like gasping for the air to go for your takes, we took that gasp, that sound.
Yeah.
And that became like, you know, almost like a
alternative percussive
element. You hear mostly starting in the second verse coming in.
Yeah, you'll hear
breathe.
In the second verse, exactly.
Yeah.
In the second verse where I say I can't breathe, there's like a, and that was actually an actual breath that I took that Nick treated.
Chopped it around.
And then chopped it up. And then you can hear that breath repeat the fourth bar of the entire...
It's in the whole thing.
Yeah, second
it's
thing.
like almost like an upbeat hi-hat. Like,
I just hear...
Yeah.
But that's the actual breath. I was actually gasping because I was tired.
You were tired. What's up, Shadow Spire?
Hello, Shadow.
Fire?
We'll
Shadow
never
Fire.
forgive you for being late. You're banished from the realm. I'm just kidding.
Unforgivable.
You're never banished. I'm just kidding. Doctor. Yeah. So I have a very dear person, very dear to me in my life, that did the same thing. She is a Jewish American woman, and she went on her birthright trip and used her entire birthright trip to protest, and got sent back to America. Was not allowed to stay. So yeah, and that was probably in 2010, 2011, around the same time. So same thing. Oh, Eternal, you picked up on that. Cool. Yeah, when Nick was like, "I'm gonna use that breath," I was like, "Okay, sick." And then when I heard it in the loop, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." But it was awesome because they were like, "Could you do like a breath?" And then I was like, "I think I already did." And they listened back and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's great." You know, just kind of happened organically.
Yeah, it was sick.
We love a good audio pun.
Love it.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, it was like you were on life support or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like had an iron lung hooked up to you or something.
I needed it after that. I was fried. But then I went and got yummy pho. Not yummy pho. Vooz.
Vooz, yeah.
I gotta go. Vooz.
Vooz, yeah. V-U-I.
Great Vietnamese spot
So good.
in Berry Hill in Nashville. Get the banh mi, dude. Hot fire.
Me?
Banh mi?
Inside
Heavy.
joke.
I'm surprised you didn't notice. You always notice stuff like that. You're like pretty dialed in. I'm surprised you didn't catch it. You'll hear it now and you'll be like, how did I miss it? Because it's pretty obvious
Yeah, you'll get it.
once you know. All right, guys. So we're rounding out here. It's 56 minutes. So anybody has any more questions, you better fire them off. Because I have to go home and get ready for our Twitch stream, which will be happening today. No, Shadow.
I must pay for my crime.
You don't have to do that, friend.
That's very nice of you.
Shadow's our local documentarian for all of our streams. You're always taking really awkward screenshots of my very emotive face and of Nick Nick drinking for some reason.
The screen cap folder on your hard drive is insane.
Always gets shots of Nick.
What did you miss? You missed the whole stream. You missed the whole thing.
Guys, let's be serious. Chelsea, we're happy to do these, and we're happy that they help, and it's nice to chat for a few with everybody. Shadow, you missed me bitching about governments, as usual. I'm like full-on conspiracy theory hippist.
Hippist.
Is that a hippist violation? I'm a conspiracy theorist hippie now. That's where I've arrived in my old age. But yeah, so if there's no other questions, remember, guys, I'll be streaming on Twitch. I think we're still playing Undertale. I don't think I beat it. If we're not playing Undertale, then I'm either going to play a Final Fantasy game so we can chat. Oh, hell yeah. Now me sipping. I'll either play a Final Fantasy, but I think we have more Undertale, or Deltarune, to play. I always get them crisscrossed, applesauced. Otherwise, I'll play some League or something that's casual that we can talk during, or I'll play some of my Final Fantasy 2 playthrough that I'm working on right now.
I'm going to put a little pressure on you and I right now. You ready?
No.
Brett and I are going to be developing our own video game. Now it's out there.
Damn, now we really have to do it.
Yes, we do. I told you to be pressure.
Woo! All right.
We are going to be developing our own video game.
I have good ideas.
We have the ideas. We have it all indexed out. We know what we need to create. We have a bunch of things that we want to put together to make
I'm already on character names. And designs.
That's good.
I know what I want to do.
8 games?
8 games.
That's the publishing company. 8 games.
Hey, there we go. And then we have to make 7 more games. And then we have to retire.
7 more games. Well, that woke up chat. Holy shit.
Hemi, we'll probably clue you in along the way, Hemi, because you're good for getting for bouncing ideas off of. But yeah, obviously it will take a long time. But
no, it won't. I got you, bro. I'd say from when we stop to when we finish, whenever we start, I mean, 4 to 5 months, we'd finish it, for sure. I think the scope isn't going to be gigantic, but if we go like epic as fuck, a year, I would say. But if the scope is like not,
I'm not
too
doing
crazy,
shit if I'm not epic, bro.
Oh, then a year, I would say.
We gotta do hidden bosses. We gotta do.
Well, yeah, you do that afterwards. You get main quest first.
Of course.
Yeah.
We gotta put hidden bosses.
Monster index. You get your characters. We already have the battle system.
Kind of. I have ideas.
But
now.
it'll come into play once you get it. Once you see it working, you're like, oh, then this can happen.
Turn-based with rhythm game elements, with QTAs.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. All in like a 16-bit retro.
Yep. And
but maybe 2.5D at points.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, again, I want to have outcomes for every battle where there's HP damage and spirit damage, and you can
use one to heal the other type of thing.
No, like enemies will have a spirit bar where you can cleanse their spirit and make them not shitty anymore, or health.
Oh, like an
bar where you
Undertale thing.
Yeah,
that's
kind
cool.
of.
Yeah, I like that. There's another game, Moon, that was like that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also MGS3, where you could either
That's right.
you could trank dart them,
You
and
can
then
trank,
they
so you can do like a pacifist run if you want.
kind of, but I don't know if I wanted to change the entire
game,
ending.
yeah.
But like if you spirit cleanse enemies, you'll like learn more about their personalities and why they became the way that they became, so we can make it very social commentary.
Hell yeah. Assets are going to be the difficult part.
Yes.
Sprites are one thing, but like all the environments and then building them, it's gonna be.
Yes.
But we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it.
But anyway, yeah. Anyway, we just started talking about it this week, but that's what we want to do. So, it should be fun. Eternal. I don't intend the game to be like. I think maybe we'll make like a story mode where you can play through and just learn the story, or something. I don't know how difficult that is to do.
Yeah, I would say difficulty.
It's
max
not gonna be super
difficulty
hard.
would be like Chrono Trigger max difficulty.
Yeah, we're not gonna do
Not Final
like
Fantasy.
it's not gonna be like Dark Souls
nonsense. Nothing
nonsense.
like that.
It'll be fine.
Right.
It won't be a grind to get through. Yeah, like Hollow Knight ish, how you could like lean into stuff to learn more about the lore of the world. That's kind of what I want to do, but I want to use enemies to do like allegorical standpoints on like kind of modern American figures and modern world figures, but like not not so obvious.
Yeah. I get you.
Like there will be like an Elon Musk enemy, but he won't be like Elon Musk. Do you know what I mean? There'll be like an inventor
called, like,
that's Melon
Egon Husk. Yeah.
Melon
He's
Husk.
like
Melon
all
Husk.
shriveled up.
Melon Husk.
Melon Husk. Yeah.
And he could be like a pumpkin shell for a head.
Yeah,
Dude. Now we're fucking popping, dude.
Yeah, we are. I told you.
We're not gonna do that. That's so stupid. But anyway, guys. So as always, we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you for hanging out with us. It always means a lot to have our tight knit, 10, 15, 20, 25 people in here that we get to share this with, that we get to talk to.
There was 100 people in here. Just concurrent.
Well,
viewers at one time,
we
15.
got people that pop in and out.
Yeah, 101 views.
Yes, Melon Husk is a scarecrow with a pumpkin head. And then if you cleanse his spirit, he'll take his pumpkin head off, and you'll see he's like really physically marred, and that's why he wears a pumpkin head, and he thinks everybody will be mean to him.
Well, if you take,
but
his
nobody
pumpkin,
will really be.
If
mean
you
to him.
cleanse his spirit enough before killing him,
He takes his pumpkin head off.
yes, and he's a pet that follows you, and it changes from a frown, mean face to a happy face.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be all jammed up like.
Really
remember Samurai Champloo?
Yeah.
Remember that ogre dude that they fight in like the third or fourth episode?
Yeah.
And he's like everyone was always mean to me because I was all jammed up.
Mm-hmm.
Do like that kind of thing.
Okay.
But then you're nice to him, and you play music to him, and then he's like, "Damn,
Pacifying
I didn't have to be an
Samurai.
asshole this whole time."
Right.
And then maybe all his little inventions that he made, like instead of them like zapping you with lightning, they're like farming, and like
Whoa.
fixing things.
There's so many engines that are gonna have to be developed. Okay, we can do this. Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. When you spirit cleanse things, they like the way that their aspect is interacting with the world just changes a little bit.
We should do a thing where.
You guys are gonna hear us hatch out this whole game now.
No, like we should do a thing where we stream more often and just riff and take notes and like start at least like ideating stuff and make visual boards that like see what things connect and start planning for that stuff, and then
There we go.
Popping,
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas now. So yeah, maybe we'll use you guys as a little sounding board because you guys are smart, and we always appreciate your Dr. Doofenshmirtz, kind of like that actually. So yes, guys, thank you for hanging with us. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep streaming Doomsday. Share it with 2 friends and one enemy.
Yeah, hit up your enemies
And be like, fuck you, listen to this song. And then just drop the link and then just dip.
Also,
And don't explain yourself.
we're going to need F's in chat.
Oh, of course.
F's in chat, please.
I got nothing to do with that.
F's in chat.
That's all danger.
All right. Have a good stream.
I will have a great stream. Why is no one contacting me? I will have a great stream. You guys have a great day. I'm backing up. I will see you guys on Twitch in 2 hours.
2 hours.
My arm is like bent weird.
If I die today, it won't be so bad. Take it with me on the way down. I'm laying low. There's nothing I can say now you don't already know. Feels like everyone I care about gets hurt the most. So if you wanna stay around, don't get too close. I've been building a wall and I can't tear it down. Get a chill when you call me, I'm freezing you out. I gotta There's a reason for the distance, it keeps me safe. I'm not begging for forgiveness, just know I tried to change. I could break you in an instant, you'll curse my name. So while the knife is twisting, I take the blame. I've been building a wall and I can't tear it down. Get a chill when you call me, I'm freezing you out. I gotta cry on it if you want to. Let it go. I found an antidote. I let the anger go, and Mother Nature found its place. We're now compatible, my inner animal. I wanted blood and got a taste. These nights are getting darker, my claws are getting sharper. I'm strong enough to enter the fray.